Hi there, Mazhan. Nice job. I'm really happy to see these essays from you, so well done. Let's get straight into your video correction and see what you have written. Some people think that schools have to be entertaining, while others think that their sole purpose is to educate. Which do you agree with? Let's see what you had to say. Some people believe that the main role of education is academic style of teaching, but others argue that education schools could be more interesting for children. This isn't really quite right, because you can't really say that the main role is an academic style of teaching. It doesn't fit with the word role. So instead what you could have said is, some people believe that the main role of education is to teach academics. Okay, that would have made a little more sense, okay? I firmly believe that schools have to teach children in balance, a balance of academic style and their interests. Okay, something like this would be better. In the following paragraph, I will give reasons to support my choice. Okay. First of all, education in schools is a significant basic stage for children. Therefore, it is important how the teaching process have to plan. Okay. This too is a little not clear. It is important what? I mean, the process of the teaching plan, the planning. I'm not really sure what you mean here. It's not clear to me in any way. From this point, it is important. This part here doesn't make sense. Okay, the study process in modern days can be very interesting for pupils because of innovation, technology innovation. As it is missing here, is known that youth like to operate electronic devices without if. So this kind of involvement might allow, no S, learners without to know a difficult subject by easy way. All right, basically what we have here is we have some grammatical errors that are really clouding your meaning. So let's see if we can get through some of them. All right, as it is known, youth like to operate electronic devices. So this kind of involvement might allow learners to learn a difficult subject in an easy way. All right, I believe that this is what you wanted to say, but because of those grammatical errors, the meaning was lost. Okay, for instance, recent research from California University scientists has shown, because it's research, has shown, okay, that students who finish school use latest technologies. No, so students who finish school using the latest technologies demonstrated high results in knowledge. As a consequence, the schools with technical progress have more successful students. Okay, that's perfect. Secondly, many years an education in academic program did not change its basic approach to style of way of teaching. In addition, a lot of people who were tough in old style can realize now that time when they attended to school was not so happy. Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say, but again, the problems that exist in your grammar are really keeping this from coming through. So let's see what I think you were trying to say. Secondly, many years of... Okay, now, for many years, the education system did not change its basic approach to teaching methods. Teaching methods would be a better word here. In addition, and you could have had a full stop here and start a new sentence. In addition, a lot of people who dealt with the strict old style realize now that the time when they attended school was not so happy. All right, so this works a little better. This is due to the fact that this feeling could be the process of study when they were pressed by teachers to learn hard subject. Okay, this isn't really clear to me. This is due to the fact that this feeling could be from the process of studying and when they were pressed by teachers to learn a difficult subject. Kazakhstan is a country, you don't need a comma here, with old-fashioned ED education system, so it should be with an old-fashioned education system, whereas there is need to change many things connecting with improvements in study process. Okay, so this part needs to be changed a little bit. So it shouldn't be whereas, but it should be where there is a need to change many things related or connected to the process of studying. Okay? Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so in conclusion, I strongly believe that there is a very substantial reason to keep in balance two great stages, interest to subject and to educate pupil in school. Okay, there are very substantial reasons to balance both interest in a subject and educating a pupil in school. Okay, so you can see again that I'm making little changes to the grammar. I'm keeping your ideas the same, but I am making some changes to the grammar to make sure that it's grammatically correct. In the future, the education will only continue to improve. Okay, so fine. Let's take a look now at your task 1. Okay, there's no chart here, so let's see if I can find it. Oh, okay, fine. It's your test 2. Sorry. Okay, it's doing an enjoyable activity with a child. Oh, right. So, some people support the opinion that reading could improve children's skills rather than an interesting activity, such as physical sports and interactive games. I strongly disagree with this viewpoint, as an activity which is more useful can allow youth to gain a lot of benefits. Alright, again, so there's enough grammatical things wrong with this sentence that I need to correct them. This essay will attempt to demonstrate key personal opinions, actually. It's not just one opinion, but it's probably a couple. Okay, so moving on. First of all, reading is not the main way to improve children's skills, because the interest to learning subject could play a significant role. Let's see. The interest in, because someone's interest in learning, I think it's better here, because someone's interest in learning a subject could play a significant role. A child's mind is open to new things, and it is true that by involving in study by interest will help to a child to realize a given subject very well. Okay, there's a lot wrong with this, and I can't really fix it without spending too much time on it. So this sentence, you just need to know, has a lot of errors in it. As it is known, children like to play interactive games, and it is a fact that these games, ESE here, develop some necessary skills such as attention without an, teamwork, that's what it's called. It doesn't develop a team player, but it develops teamwork, and critical thinking. For instance, youth who played 2 hours a week demonstrated. So you don't want the comma here, and you don't want the work. Demonstrate high results in their study program. Okay. Secondly, the physical activity is a great stage to develop children's '(s) skills, because this is a significant part of children's '(s) life. Physical exercises bring not only perfect physical form, but also, you're missing a but here, this activity improves with an S cognitive functions S of the brain. Okay. Recent study by California University has shown that the percent of children with a high level of health and who, I don't know what you mean here by good in education, was demonstrated in schools which paid attention for physical activity. Okay. Let me try this again. A recent study by California University showed that the percent of children with a high level of health who were good in education were from schools which paid attention to physical activity in their program. I think this is what you're trying to say here. Okay. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree that interesting physical activities, IES, improve children's '(s) skills there is a win-win situation for both sides, comma, or colon here, teachers and parents. Okay, so Mazhan, really the biggest problem for me with this essay is the grammar. There's pretty much grammar mistakes throughout the essay. Your ideas are good and your structure is quite accurate. So you've got those things going for you, really in your favor. So well done with those. And even a lot of the vocabulary is quite accurate, but it's the grammar that you really will need to focus on in order to you know, make an essay that's coherent and easily readable to the reader. Okay, so good work with these. What you need to do now is you need to correct these essays. You need to add the errors to your error correction list and send them all back to us within the next 24 hours along with your new essays. Okay, so really just keep on writing, keep on practicing, revise some grammar. I hope you find the feedback helpful. So I will be looking forward to more essays from you in the future.